Okay, PowerPoint is number one, and I'm starting a new PowerPoint presentation. I'm just going to hit the blank presentation and open that, and I get a blank PowerPoint. This is what you get when you first start out with PowerPoint. I'm going to X out these design ideas over here. I'm going to click and add my title, and this is my PPT skill. And then down here, a subtitle, what I know, just for the heck of it. So that's my first slide, and I think for my PowerPoints, I want to design. I want some sort of a theme. So what I'm going to do is on the design, I'm going to do the drop down, and I'm just going to pick a nice blue on white, something like that, and that looks pretty good. We'll just use that one. And then so I've got my PowerPoint skills, and I've got what I know. I can highlight this. I can go, and then from my home tab, I missed I can change that to white, drop down again. Thing is still slow. So I've got this. It's a very simple title slide. For my next, I go to home to add slides. For my next slide, I'm going to do a new slide. I'm going to insert, when this comes up, a blank like that. And with that, I'm going to put a picture in here and a text box and an arrow. And I just use it for a little fun stuff to do. So I'm going to insert, and on the insert, I do the drop down for pictures. And it's a little slow, and an online picture. From here, I will pick beach. You can pick anything you want. You can search for a specific picture, and I think I'll just do that one. It's checked. I clicked on it. It's checked. It's got the bold red line about it. I click on insert. Now it's going to put it in my slide, and I have no control over how big it is initially, but all I do is grab a corner and click and hold and drag, and then that sizes it the way I want it. To move it, I can click in the middle and drag. You also get this little bottom box, and with that I can make sure that's highlighted and hit delete just to make it go away. So I've got a picture here, and maybe we'll just make it a little bit bigger for the fun of it. Move it around a little bit. Now I want to do a text box. So here we go to insert and text box, and nothing happens. When I notice I clicked on that, nothing happened. When I get down here, I have a cursor on my slide. So wish I were here. So I can put that in, and I might make that a bigger font so I can highlight it. And maybe make that, instead of an 18, we could make that all, do the drop down on the letters, make that a 32 font. That's not too bad. Looks pretty good. I could make it bold if I wanted to. I could italicize it. But now we're going to put an arrow between wish I were here and the picture. So I go to insert again. And for the arrows, those are in shapes. So I click on the shapes. I wait for the drop down. And I'm going to pick this left to right arrow, click on that, and then I start on the left and I move to the right, and there it is. And then if I need to move it, I go to the center of it again and move it kind of a little bit. That looks pretty good. We'll take that. Now I want to save this. I'm going to go File, Save As, and I would like to put it on my desktop, this PC. And it's still thinking. There we go. Desktop. My PowerPoint skills, I'm going to overwrite the one I had there. And it will ask me if I want to do that, and I will say yes. That didn't ask. That's okay. My PowerPoint skills, the title of it is up here, saved on this PC. So I've got two. The third one I want to do is maybe add maybe a little table. So I'm going to go to New Slide and wait for the drop down, and then I'm going to do this Content with Caption and click on that. And then I'll just create my own little table by clicking on this. It looks like a table or an Excel icon, insert table. And that defaults to 5 columns and 3 rows. I'm going to add one more row. I mean 2 rows, so I go up to 3 rows. And once I have 5 and 3, I go OK. And it's just going to put that in my Excel. I can move this around if I wish, put it there. Here I can do student ID, last name, FN, first name, MI, degree, and I will put some people in here. Fred, whoop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fred Flintstone, Fred, middle initial, we'll give him an R, AA degree. And Flintstone didn't make it, so I can just sneak up between these two. And when I get the right left arrow, I left click hold and just drag it a bit to the right. And now Flintstone is in here. Do another student number tab, Rubble, Barney, T, AA. So now I've got that. I can add a title. Outstanding students. And if I wish, I could make this box a little bit wider so that it fits on one line. I can get rid of this box by clicking on an edge, the line, and just delete it. I click back on this one and move it down. And we'll leave that for that. That looks pretty good. I'm going to hit my save icon. I'm going to do one more. And that's just going to be my name. So I'm going to do a new slide. And just do a blank. Or I could do title only. I could put my name in there. Click on title only. And then I'll put my name here. So I double click in there and I go Bob Frost. There. Now I have an alias. And I can move that around if I wish. If I want to center it, notice in the paragraph, I can hit the center button. It'll move it over to the center of that box. I can move the box to center it a little bit better. I can put it here. And there we have our slide. So I'm going to save that. Now, I want to do transitions. When I click on slide 1, I don't want it just to be there. Let me click F5. To start a slideshow, you click F5. So I'm going to do F5 to start it. And notice my PowerPoint skills is there. Then I can hit enter, and the next one pops up. Enter, the next one pops up. Enter, the next one pops up. Enter, and I'm at the last slide. So I hit escape. Click on slide 1. Let's do a transition. And notice we have transitions, a tab for that here. As I do the drop down on the transitions, I can do peel off, or let's try a peel off for slide 1. And that shows you what it's going to look like. I could select all of these and do a peel off for all of them, but I'm going to do a different transition for each one. I click on slide 2, I do my drop down. I'll do fracture. I'm not too particularly fond of that one, but that's okay. I can do slide 3 and 4. I'm going to make 3 and 4 the same. So notice I clicked on 3, I hit control and clicked on 4 so I could get both of them in focus. And let's do, they'll be both the same. Let's see what we have here. Let's do random bars. What the heck? That'll work. And now I can go back to slide 1 and I can do a save. So now if I hit F5 to see what this looks like, there's the first one, and it's got the peel off. The second one is shatter. Third one was random bars. The fourth one was random bars, and we're finished. So I get out of there. Now I'm going to go back to my second slide because I want to do some animation. I want this picture to appear first. I want the words to appear second. And I want the arrow to appear third. So what I do, the one I want to appear first of all, make sure I'm on the Animations tab. And then I click on that thing that I want to appear first, and that's my picture. So I click on it, and now I can, choose how I want it to fly. Let's fly in. And it shows you how it's going to come in. Now, I could make all of them fly in. The second one, remember, I wanted to be this text box, so I click on it. And let's do a split for the text box. And that's number 2. So the first thing that's going to show up is 1. The second thing is 2. The third one is going to be my arrow. So I click on that, and I will do a, let's see what else we can find here. It's in the top part. Grow and turn. Kind of like that for an arrow. And that's how that's going to look. So now I hit my save icon. I go back to slide 1. I hit F5. And that's my peel, fracture or shatter. This one, it comes up. The first thing was the picture. I hit enter again. The next one is wish I were here. The third one is there's my turning arrow. So there's my animation. I go to my next slide, that's random bars, and the last slide, random bars. So I've got one other slide to put in here, and I'm going to go home, do a new slide, and I'm going to say what I did. I won't get them all probably because I'm in a hurry to get this done, but I'm going to enter a text box. So I go to Insert, Text Box, My Skills, the things I did. So I can hit enter. I can hit 1. This is going to start, when I do 1 paren in a space, I'm going to start a list. So I added theme to all slides, added table to slide 3. I can add an animation to slide 2, added transitions to all slides, added internet picture online, and adjusted size. And what else did I do? Oh, what I'm doing right now, added a list. Space, added a list of skills. That should be enough. So there's 6 skills there. I'm going to save this, and that's good for that one. And I will ship this up to YouTube.